very thrilled to indulge myself in such activity of recording with the first camera. Are you? Moving to London, you say? I say, definitely. These days in London, in 1680s, we have seen massive improvements in everything, ranging from even the poor houses being rebuilt from brick and stone, to the royal courts in which the fashion has changed and we have adopted grandfather clocks. This is the best time period to ever, in this whole entire life that we have lived, to move to London. London presents great opportunities for traders, craftsmen, skillmen, labourers and everything else. London is a huge city with huge demands. And it demands you, the craftsman, to get working. And in here, to our pockets, because their shore are very, very deep. The goldsmiths have issued notes, extra notes, surplus notes that are surplus from the actual amount of gold that they actually have. Because they feel that the demand of London is increasing ever so vastly in 1666. Now you see, nowadays, in the latter part of the 17th century, most of the houses, all of the houses, have been built out of or rebuilt out of stone or brick. And that's saying something. Also, as 80% of this city got destructed in 1666, the king, and with the help of the Royal Society, helped reconstruct the city into this vast sphere of innovation, vast sphere of creative destruction. We have ditched the old wood, replaced it with brick, replaced our ideas to Renaissance ones. This city is changing so fast that even I feel left behind. But I strive to stay in this city and to become the future man of tomorrow that's vastly needed in this ever so vastly growing city. With its temperaments, with its importance to the economy, I feel it is vital for you to come here, for you to get your input, for you to get your hands on the economy at large, and for you to contribute to the greater growth of the British economy and the British well-being. I feel like the trade part of this whole century, of this latter part of period, the trade has definitely affected us in a good way the most. Because merchants have increased, and everything else has increased, the infrastructure has increased, lots of markets have opened up, lots of more opportunities for craftsmen like you to come here because of the trade being a very, very vital core in the apple that is London. It's amazing. Not only because of trade are you able and should come here, but because of the government and the changes in laws. You see, guilds have actually now been loosened up as more lower class people and more crafts workers who aren't from London can go work in London and make similar amount of money. And even to some extent women can work in London now in some of these, gilded operations. And that even gives you a further reason why you should come here. Although it is not as vitally important as traders in establishing and making the core bigger of this apple that is this city, it still plays a vital role in you coming here, because the government has given you more opportunities. And I feel that's gonna change in the 50 years or so, or even 20 years. What can we imagine is gonna happen in 20 years? We don't even know. This is the 1680s, and this is your best chance to live your dream life. Whether it is an apprenticeship, whether it is starting up your business in a craftsmanship, whether it is trading, whether it is being a merchant even. This new infrastructure that has been built in the past 20 years will allow merchants to do bigger and more varied trades with the whole country. And also with the rivers expanding since the Tudor time periods, we're able to do so much. And most of this wealth is at its capital, as it always is and always will be. So if you want that part, that heart, if you want the heart of your country, if you want that heart, a beating heart, to become ever closer to you so that you can hear it beat and you can take care of it, please come to London. People like me, who are owners of factories and owners of other associations and in this new business of insurance and finance industries, we wouldn't been able to do these industries without the help of the government of London. We wouldn't have been able to start our businesses and expand this sector if it hadn't happened. If London hadn't gotten bigger and required more people to come here. People of great integrity and people of not so great integrity. You know, and now for the humorous part of this telegraph. You see, if you live in these regions, and if you are an aristocrat like me, if you live up there, you might be living on old fashions. And who wants that, you know? Who wants to be? If you come to London now, and if you see the fashions we have here now, you're going to be very, very excited. Our fashion has moved to an extent that it's allowed us to buy other wood rather than oak that you have there up north. It's allowed us to buy things like mahogany, but it's lighter and better for us to carry, therefore we can eat more and get less tired. I feel like life has improved for all of us, and your life will improve too if you just move to London. And I feel like that is enough of a factor for you to determine whether you want to move or not. Well, thank you very much for participating in this new thing called Video Telegraph, and hopefully I won't have to see you ever again. I don't like these new things. Servants.